we'll see. You know, brought a lot of memories back. You know, the overwhelming feeding back in 2011, 2012. But yeah, now I gotta focus on this job. I like OG's draft slightly more because this is gonna be one Nature's Prophet with so many buffs on top of him. This is Alacrity plus Sidekick Nature's Prophet. Ooh. He's seen Nature's Prophet time and time again as a carry where he's able to dish out so much damage and also sustain. Like in terms of damage output on side of Monaspa, there isn't really that much other than Leshrac, because DK's damage is very limited. Crystal Maiden, Mirana, again, Legion Commander needs to have a lot of dual damage, but yeah, typical, I would say, Monaspa draft where they tend to pick different heroes. Leshrac on the safe lane, we see it from time to time, but yeah, they do like to play Legion Commander. Either from the safe lane, off lane, they also think it's a good counter to Broodmother.
The one thing I'm a little bit worried about with this Legion, though, is in the few games that we've casted of Monaspa, it feels like Skylark's lane kind of just gets sacrificed pretty heavily. And if you want the dual damage, if you want that accelerating Legion Commander, like, that can't be the case, right?
No, there is also not that hero that's going to play with Legion Commander other than Leshrac. That's going to be like, wow, this is it. This is the damage. It's not like explosive damage like Skyrot Mage or any like burst damage, like any extra damage coming up from like Zeus, any global presence, nothing of that sort. And this was, bear that in mind, last pick Legion Commander, so they should try to do better. Extra units coming out from that Nature's Prophet could help out with the overwhelming odds, and Skylark immediately gonna start putting some pressure. But yeah, as you said, I've seen him lose lanes time and time again. Seems like he's playing a bit more of a sacrificial off lane.
Yeah, it's similar to what we used to see from like Chalice back when he played with LGD, but eventually that plays off
lane. Taiga.
Yeah, Taiga chased but not killed off. DM's gonna have to protect him because this is not that safe of a hoodwink at the moment, and as the levels kind of stack up, it's going to be a lot more damage. Frostbite as well into the Split Earth could be something that just obliterates this hoodwink.
Could be very low on HP. Hoodwink also just 2 branches at the moment, so once they hit level 2, there are 3 mangoes available on Spartan. He also needs to be careful. Once they hit level 2 on side of OG, he could be the one dropping down.
Yeah, if you could put together the Acorn shot with Bushwhack, you are in trouble. There is always the joke that Crystal Maiden is just a super creep, and we'll see if that's the case. But I feel like a lot of the games we see Crystal Maiden, they go, like, off. It's kind of crazy.
And they go off the map because they're feeding and being dead all the time. You can't see them on the lane. You can't see them on the screen. Walk of Shame multiple times. Mid lane, BZM, so far so good, playing that Exort Quas Invoker, or Quas Exort, my OCD has to say it this way. So having that extra damage from Forge Spirit. In terms of setup for early Sunstrike, they don't really have much. It's gotta be Bushwhack, which is an okay tool, but like the other heroes don't really have it. Dispose from Marcy, like Rebound, not the best ones. Stun duration, not long enough.
I will say, speaking of Sunstrike, I'm pretty sure he did get that range creep that we are always looking at when we see Invokers mid with the Sunstrike.
Yeah, we see it miss
a lot, but I think he got it. So he's up in the percentages. A little worrying, though, at the moment, all 3 cores of the side of Monaspa up on the CS chart.
Yeah, doing really good. Good start in terms of the lanes, at least the first couple of those. Chu, not really being able to provide much, getting harassed a lot.
Oh, gosh, dispose out of the tower, but Starstorm means Desire gets the kill. Thought maybe for a second they get Skylark, but this is the bottom duo working out for Monaspa, and not the sacrificial lane that we've seen so much from Skylark. He's 14-0, and now they've got a kill in this lane.
A bit too like as I said, they didn't bring too much regen to his lane, and now they will need to bring some extra for Yuragi, and also bringing raid bands. He knows that there's going to be a lot of right clicks coming out from them. Desire on Mirana, starting with no arrow because they don't have a setup, which means that 2 points in Starstorm. It's going to be a lot of magical damage coming out from him. Chu, Magic Stick is available. Only 3 charges on it. Does not have Rebound. Maybe if it went for a different type of a build. Usually we see Dispose plus Rebound and then multiple points in Sidekick. But this time around, he did not get it.
We saw this on the Mirana build in China, didn't we? Like, no arrow for a long time, not taking the range creeps and the siege creeps, just going heavy with the Starstorm and the leap.
if you don't have a setup, I think it's a better one, because you know that Marcy also wants to play like a bit more to the side, and then double Starstorm hits. We saw how potent it is a couple of seconds ago.
Yeah, so we'll see if it can continue to be that way, if Chu finds himself in a position where he gets hit by that Starstorm again. But I continue to just reiterate the point, honestly, that you look at the CS, and it is all Monaspa right now. Bottom lane, Chu taking some damage, while Nande is also getting run
They're
down a
just
little
gonna
bit.
swap the target, it seems.
Chu?
He's fine. Has Magic Stick, has Raindrop, but still very low. NP doesn't even have enough mana to TP out and come back with teleportation. He does, however, have no skills. He didn't skill it, so 50 mana, he's gonna be okay. I'm just trying to hype it up, make it sound more dramatic.
Like a cliffhanger last episode, you're trying to really hype up the mana issues a little bit.
Yeah, this is the last episode of the season.
We're getting there. We're getting pretty deep into the season at the moment. Mid lane, only 19, or now 20-7 for BZM on the Invoker. It's interesting. I feel like this is always the hero that he just kind of dominates the lane with, but right now, it's all Wish.
You don't have a kill threat on Dragonite, because you have like physical damage coming out from these Forge Spirits, and Wish also, no bottle, of course, he's playing a Dragonite, but investing in these small items, getting Soul Ring for some mana regen, and now we'll finish off his power treads. Taiga dropping very low, did not even want to pop Fairy Fire.
Yeah, going all the way back, and we'll see if he walks back to lane, if maybe then he looks for a target to TP to, or if he's just going to come back to the lane. And like you said, you know, BZM, he doesn't have a bottle, neither does Wish. There's nothing to refill if he goes all the way back to the base and TPs back through. So, Nande, 1v1, he's pretty much fine. So getting solo experience while Spartan is stacking the jungle, I think this is working out really well for Monaspa, as they're already up 1,000 net worth.
I'm mostly surprised that they didn't make any kind of trades in this top lane. Spartan usually the guy that wants to get in, die, his carry gets solo XP, he brings extra regen to the lane, but they've been playing very passive, and now Nande could be in trouble. Cuts down that tree with his Quelling Blade, not the build we see on Leshrac, but you're playing against Hoodwink, so any Quelling Blade's gonna come in very handy.
Yeah, I want to make sure that you are able to survive if an Acorn Shot Bushwhack combo comes your way. So Sacred Arrow is finally picked up by the Mirana. And Desire will kind of show himself with right-clicking in the tower. Arrows that Forge Breed.
Still gonna be decent amount of damage onto tower. They are keeping Siege Creep alive. Bushwhack missed. Chu is here, but again, no points to rebound.
3 heroes mid for OG with that rotation from Chu. Like they're putting a lot of these heroes mid on a hard target to kill in Wish. There's that rebound. Now the Meteor's down. Wish disposed, Bushwhack coming through, but he's still half health. Like, this is just not going to be enough damage, especially with Spartan coming over, and that's a Frostbite under the tower. Taiga's going to drop, and Monaspa come out ahead.
Ooh, EU gank, lol W. It's just... stop trying to kill Dragonite at these early levels. They just don't have enough. Maybe if Meteor was like full duration, maybe he would be close, but still holding on to Fairy Fire. Sitting at 13 armor, gets extra armor while he's underneath the tower. Pretty difficult kill to get.
Yeah, I don't really think this is the
yeah, this is not it, guys. Just, you know, try to play some... Or maybe if he's low enough, because they didn't harass him way too much. He regened back up to full HP.
Now you've got to worry about Skylark, if he's going to be able to get off to that big start where you've got that dual damage coming out early. He's level 6, so dual is available, but the partner that he really wants to be dueling with might be in an opposite lane right now, and that is Nande.
Desire's coming. He's level 5. 3 points in Starstorm should be enough, I would say, to kill Chu at least. Last raindrop on him.
We'll see if they can get a kill here, even if it's on Yuragi. He's only level 5. And be surprised if they want to make a move there and slow him down on getting that level 6. Taking out a bunch of treants with that Starstorm, though. So some good gold for Desire.
Nande farming those big stacks that you mentioned that Spartan was making. They place high ground ob, so they should scout it out. Taiga wants to steal some of that XP.
He might just die for this, though, if he's not too careful. Pulse Nova, they do have the teleportation from Yuragi to come into the jungle. Acorn Shot, Nande trying to survive, will eventually fall. As BZM is also here, and Spartan tried to help him out, and that's going to be a second that dies on Monaspa.
Oh, Desire. This is also rotation from level 5 Yuragi. He just hit level 6. Nande try to get as many creeps as possible, but this is also open up the tower on the top lane, because right now, Monaspa, they rotated 2 heroes. This should also like reveal the ward on the high ground, which is going to get dewarded. I think OG killed their own ward just to make sure that, you know, this type of a move reveals, like, it sees hero farming these 2 big camps, especially Leshrac Dire, and tower is going to fall. DM will finish it off. Going into pipe next. Understands where most of the damage is going to come from. We'll go back to Guardian Greaves after, but I like pipe way more rather than Guardian Greaves this time around.
Yeah, we'll see how quickly he can get that. Arrow follows up with the Dragon Tail. Breathe fire, but Tiger right in his face. And bottom lane 2, Chu's getting chased out from behind the tier 1 tower. Skylark, he did not get the dual damage, and they should be able to at least get the kill on a Chu, but Yuragi makes a rotation, kills off Spartan in a trade. The Bushwhack lands on the edge. And they've got Skylark locked up. Use that press to the attack, try to run away from Taiga. Sunstrike off the mark. And Taiga doesn't have the mana right now, but will eventually as mid lane BZM finally falls to Wish. However, Skylark walks all the way away from Taiga on this Hoodwink.
Yeah, they only killed Crystal Maiden, but the trade that they get on a mid lane is tower plus BZM. And I think BZM has a pretty good understanding what needs to be done in this game. This time around, no Hand of Midas, no Boots of Travel, Blink type of a build. He knows that the side lanes might need a bit of an extra help, so he opted to go for Power Treads, going into Witchblade next. All these small items, cheap components to be as active as possible. But on the other side, Wish, Blink Dagger is ready, needs to use the Courier. This is 10-minute Blink Dagger on Dragonite, Power Treads plus Soul Ring.
Skylark, by the way, he was looking to get a Blink Dagger. He's gone back to the Blade Mail, so.
I like Blade Mail more on offlane Legion. You want to get that, again, cheap damage early on. Gives you nice stats, good armor.
Not like the most uncontrollable damage, though, for OG. Maybe if you can land it in a Wrath of Nature or a Meteor. But
it also gives you a bit more of a like solo kill threat. Maybe if you find one of the supports who is not at full HP, Yuragi getting caught, Arrow.
Dragon Tail, Arrow combo. They've got the Star Storm. They're looking for a high 5 because they know they have him dead to rights, and Wish will get another kill. But Nande, top lane, falls to Taiga. So they made a rotation there with DM and Taiga, and they get a kill for it. Skylark searching.
Not gonna find anything.
Moonlight Shadow even used to try and get somebody maybe unknowingly staying nearby.
They will need to set up some vision near the outpost. Look at Spartan. He's already trying to deward. Places down 1 observer just to make sure that Nande can get some kind of a farm. Leshrac, you know, he can farm the Ancients, but it's going to take a while, and also doesn't have Bloodstone yet, so it's going to be a bit more difficult.
Double stack.
Nice. It's always good to see someone stacking as much.
It hypes me up. You know, that's like the small things that get me through the early game.
I don't know if you guys heard it, but he actually clapped.
Yeah. That was cool. I like that.
You're easily entertained.
Oh, very easily entertained.
Bottom tier 1 tower still standing. Nande, 2 points in Edict. They just need to group around and take it. Wish will show up. Very tanky. Breathe Fire available, 4 points in it.
Bottom tower should drop here. Wish he's got Elder Dragon form in 15 seconds, so if they need to secure the tower that way, they can. They're moving Nande off the bottom lane, so it will just be Wish here, and I would assume that he will use that Elder Dragon form, but we'll see. Ulti from Spartan.
What a chat.
Back him off from that tower. That works.
Love
okay.
He's going to feed him away some Forge Spirit. Double Forge Spirit killed by Spartan. On top of a couple of creeps. Yeah. We'll pop the glyph. And tower will fall anyway.
Top lane DM. Get those overwhelming odds thrown at him. And Skylark popping the Blade Mail, but doesn't move in to go for the duel. And Taiga's going to be right in the tree, so he'll get hit by that stun.
That's first duel damage.
From bottom. And that will be a victory there for the Legion Commander getting that first duel damage. That's 10.
Got to start it somewhere. Nande, 300, 200 gold away from Bloodstone. They already took tier 1 tower on the mid lane, tier 1 tower bottom. Nande could be in trouble. No one to back him up here.
Rebound early just to catch up and hope that they can land something. They won't find him. TP over from Yuragi as well. So 3 heroes going bottom. They do not catch this Leshrac, who's low on net worth compared to his other 2 cores, but right now ahead of everybody on the side of OG. They'll go for Skylark. They've got the sharpshooter, press the attack on the run with the blade mail. Skylark surviving, but eventually that Wrath of Nature catches up to him, and Skylark will die at the hands of Yuragi.
I feel like Monaspa so far has been very, active with Dragon Knight once he picked up the Blink Dagger, but other than that, they've been reacting to what OG is doing. I want to see them, make a move of their own. Bloodstone is now completed, as we said. And again, you need to be very aware of Broodmother.
Oh no, Spartan.
He's just gonna drop. You need to bring heroes. You need to bring 3-4 heroes to push Broodmother out of this area so you can actually get the farm.
They're also going to get a D-ward on that. So a kill and a D-ward with that sentry. That is some value. Sunstrike killing a Skylark. BZM's got another. All of a sudden, OG are kind of hitting the stride. They're going to get a tier 1 with this. That opens up the entire jungle. And we have spoken about how Nande does not feel comfortable farming. It's just going to make things worse. They've got an entry point into the triangle now. And the entire jungle is open for them to kind of just play aggressively into.
DM, he also places a couple of webs inside the enemy triangle, so he could be in there and try to make stuff happen. Oh no, another one.
Sunstrike. Spartan just respawned, and BZM gets another kill.
Taiga has been on point with those bushwhacks. They have very limited amount of stuns, because right now, rebound, 3 points in it. We haven't really seen Chu go in and try to set things up. Other heroes, they don't have any kind of stun abilities. Maybe Invoker later down the line when he gets more points in Wex for Tornado.
Right.
So it needs to be Hoodwink. Taiga only sitting at 7 CS, but in terms of farm, ooh, another stack.
Let's see, Bushwhack, and here's DM, Sunstrike. He walks south, so he's not going to actually get hit by the Sunstrike, and they can't get this kill. Skylark surviving. Just barely.
I think that would have been a kill. 420 from Sunstrike.
Blink Dragon Tail, and they have found themselves the Hoodwink. They'll get another duel victory here for Skylark. And, as he gets that duel, we take a look at the odds brought to you by esportsbet.io. And 1.6 for OG, so they are slight favorites over Monaspa. And right now, it is looking pretty much even.
Yeah. Speaking of odds, overwhelming odds did allow Skylark to be on top of the CS. If we switch quickly to CS, he has 185 creeps. A lot of those were from the Broodmother and the Spiderlings, of course. But in terms of net worth, he's also up there, not the most farm hero. By up there, I mean in the middle of the pack. Never mind.
He is padding those CS stats.
Yeah, he died. Those 2 back-to-back deaths really did cost him.
So Moonlight Shadow was used. They grouped up over in the triangle. They've got Skylark continuing to farm in the top lane while all this is going on. He wants that blink pretty badly. Taiga comes over, and he might look for another kill, potentially with DM if he makes the rotation over from
Taiga is speaking it out. He wants Nature's Prophet to TP in Yuragi.
DM's coming over too, and this has been the combo that they've used. Not too quickly, though. He needs to farm everything first.
This time around, he knows something is cooking.
They are letting him get that Blink Dagger, though.
Overwhelming odds and go back. Just overwhelming odds on 2 spiders. That's it.
That's value. Any gold is value gold. There it is. There it is. Oh, there it is. That is 207 CS now. They're going to look over at Wish. They're going to try and get this kill. They've got
no, anti-combo.
And the Meteor is going to be thrown over him. They go to the ult from Spartan. Chu taking a lot of damage. He's already unleashed. Skylark comes in for the duel with the Blade Mail, and he's going to die. So Chu dies. Spartan falls. 2 heroes dead. It's 1 apiece. As BZM's on the run with the overwhelming odds being thrown on top of him, as well as Yuragi. And Monaspa, they keep Wish alive. Or, well, really,
it was
Chu keeps
pretty
Wish
much
alive.
Whew. With that dispose, if he ate the full meteor, I think he drops there. It's so much damage coming out from him. Desire? No Moonlight Shadow yet.
Yeah, he just
available.
Used it a little
yeah,
bit.
He found Philosopher's Stone, and I see him going for a greedy build, going for that Aghanim Scepter.
He does have a lot of gold right now compared to the supports in this game.
At one point, I saw him queuing up mech so that they can tank up. Your offlaner doesn't build into aura items. Sometimes we see Legion Commander with the pipe, but he does not build into Guardian Greaves. Could be like very game specific. Skylark, Blink was a cooldown.
Double Bushwhack, double Tornado, double Meteor. And that is a quick kill on a Skylark. Desire is able to leap away, but he no longer has any leap charges. He bought out on the point booster, so the gold he had, he spent. And that means it won't be too devastating when he dies here.
I want to see if they want to go Roche, because they do have a lot of summons. They do have damage. Like, this is Force Spirits, Nature's Prophet, Treants, also Spiderlings, and then you have Sustain. If you even need Sustain, Sidekick, plus Alacrity, this is the combo that we mentioned at the start of the game, plus Drums. All these small items are going to add up. And let's see if they decide to smoke up and try to contest. It seems like they don't know what's going on. Spartan, he was picking out the mid lane. You know, this is the... When the creeps meet on a mid lane, someone plays aggressively. Someone decides to cross the river. Most of the time they die, but OG, understanding that they could take this Roche. They do have enough damage. They do have sustain.
Yeah, they didn't even try to stop that Roche at all. Which, I don't blame them. 2 heroes that just died. Not sure that's exactly the fight you want to be jumping into. Give up that Aegis. The first one's into the hands of Yuragi, who's going for the Gleam here. He's already got that BKB, though. This is tough. I feel like OG could just push towers. And it's tough for Monaspa to want to commit to defending that, right?
Yeah, it's going to be a bit more difficult. Nature's Prophet with the BKB, with Aegis, also teleportation ready. Taiga already setting things up. He does not want to show himself, just to make sure that the rest of the team does not take 4 versus 5-5. So for now, he's just sitting inside the trees while DM takes the tower.
Chew. We'll grab the outpost. Well, Skylark is nearby, but the rest of the team is a little bit far from him, and I know they're close overall, but just need him to be maybe leading ahead of him so he can just jump and go for that duel. Have his team already ready to go. BKB almost picked up for BZM. Taiga going into a Blink Dagger, picked up a Tome, so he's going to be pushing towards that level 2 on the Sharpshooter.
This will do nicely.
Boomerang is available, so extra spell damage. Combine that with Invoker. BZM wants to farm up his BKB. This is going to be really big timing for OG. They will have Guardian Greaves plus Pipe, compared to Monaspa's not having any of those items, plus 2 BKBs, while they only have BKB on Dragonite.
Yeah, so Ags for Mirana, now that you're kind of thinking about it, and the fact that they've got the sustain.
I don't know about this one,
This
Chief.
duel is not going to work out. Now they've got the Bushwhack to control him. Cold Snap, Wrath of Nature, and a deafening blast will blow out his life and his eardrums.
That was some psychotic move from Skylark. That no way he gets the damage there or gets the kill. BZM was way too farmed.
He's gone. Yeah, that is a hard kill to get, especially without any real follow-up from your team. BZM, Cold Snap, Tornado combo. Choose here, Sprout around him, and they'll unleash, they'll dispose. Oh, but they get BZM. Is the trade worth it, though? Shu still trying to fight. BKB's been popped by Wish. He'll rebound, but still die. Got the Sprout around Desire, but he could leap right out of it. And it ends up being a 2-for-1. Got the Dragon Tail. They might have a duel to follow this up, but the TP's taking forever from Skylark. Sprout, Blink into the Sprout, and a duel. They get this kill they can. So it's another victory. It's 50 duel damage for Skylark.
Oh, no arrow, unfortunately. BKB is available, so he can BKB and TP out. But look at the top lane.
Down. Yeah.
I think OG needs to bring fight to the Broodmother's lane. Otherwise, they are missing out on Pipe, missing out on Guardian Greaves, and also a bit of a frontliner and also Vision coming up from the Spiderlings. So not too bad of a fight for Monaspa. Getting that extra dual damage and also just losing Leshrac there while the rest of the team survives. And Dragonite, he's getting the levels.
6 picks, 5 victories for Broodmother.
Just pick it on Radiant. It seems like it's winning.
The 1-for-1 is a very high percentage.
It's still 100% smoke from OG.
That's fair.
This is what I just said. Bring the fight near the Broodmother because you want to have all of that. DM so far pretty much having a perfect game. He's 4-0-5. He's super farmed as the offlaner going into Hex next. I like Hex a lot because they do lack this instant initiation. Other than Bushwhack, they don't really have much.
Seems like every Bushwhack lands, though. Breath of Nature, Bushwhack, speaking of it. Sunstrike, Sharpshooter. They get the kill there on to Wish. Sharp shots coming out from Taiga, looking like Shooter McGavin.
Yeah, and Hoodwink. That Boomerang. And another good Bushwhack. Taiga, like, he needs to be that guy that initiates. Holding on to Philosopher's Stone, 1,000 gold away from Blink Dagger. That's going to make things a lot easier for him to set things up. Miragi still in the bottom lane, does have a Gleipnir. This is also going to be another tool that they're going to use to keep people in place.
Yeah, locking him down with that. Maybe a follow-up Acorn shot and Bushwhack combo. This tier 2 is in trouble over mid, and they are without Wish, so they really don't want to jump into this at all without that Dragon Knight, who's looking for the Ags and trying to have that extra step up on the Elder Dragon form. Close to it, and I believe Desire is too. So these Ags looking to get something done, and oh, Skylark, they can see you.
Oh, kalma lang kalma. Relax lang.
Shu and DM just holding the high ground here with Taiga behind him. And there's really not an area for Monaspa to get in. BZM is the closest target to potentially go for at the moment. And it's not exactly too appealing.
Ooh, so close. Taiga barely missed that Bushwhack. And they already showed that they can burst this Dragonite from 100 to 0. Skylark,
so far forward. Meteor pressed the attack, but everybody's here for OG to get that kill. And even a tip coming out from Yuragi.
BZM also with the tip me, guys. Tip me. They're going to go for the high ground. They do have like all these small items. Again, Pipe, Guardian Grease. They also have drums, multiple drums. One on Invoker and one on Chu.
Treants, Spiderlings, Forge Spirits, everything here. Tornado EMP and Wish. A lot of mana to work with, but they go to the Frostbite. The arrow that Siege Creep still looks as though they'll lose half the racks. It'll be the range racks that drop more Treants to put some damage on it. And Desire will have that full Axe, so the arrow getting an upgrade. See if that ends up being worth it at the end of the day. As bottom lane, they're looking for Nande. He's sprouted up, and well, now the rebound unleashed right on top of him. Bushwhack's there, and he's just dead.
He disappears. This is damage from Gleipnir plus a sidekick is just nuts. DM's still on the top lane, not carrying too much.
Duel.
It's dueled.
Where's the follow-up, though? Arrow coming in,
block
look at Spiders. Just get down, Mr. President. And Yuragi's back into the fight. They've got themselves the Gleipnir. They're going to chase after Desire as well. Spartan, they've got a sentry down, so even with that Glimmer Cape, he's not out of sight, and he's definitely not out of mind, because they're going to get a kill onto the Crystal Maiden, as the rest of the team under the Shroud of the Moonlight Shadow will try to get away.
Bushwhack hits.
Yeah, Bushwhack, Sharpshooter, forcing out the BKB coming out from Wish.
OG was so quick, moving from the bottom lane to the top lane immediately as soon as he got dueled. Yeah, these duels, like from Skylark, they have not been on point. He tried to go for some solo pickoffs, and now DM will try to finish off this melee barracks. They still have Glyph available. Wish pretending to be level 18 Dragonite with this cosmetic to look more fearful, but I don't know. I don't know why this is a thing. Just makes you look stronger.
Yeah, I mean, I like it. Cosmetic advantage.
He definitely needs another set of items. We've seen this build be very annoying. Aghanim Scepter level 18. Once you get the Manta style, you send it onto just two supports are always going to have a hard time dealing with that, like even some of the cores. But yeah, you mentioned the Aghanim Scepter on Mirana. That's going to help out dealing with all these summons that they have. Skylark.
Double damage.
Let's go for another one. Let's get another
why not,
pick
right?
off. No, not double damage. I thought I was going to go, you know, get that DD, go for the solo kill.
Yeah, I think so too. Why not? 40 seconds still. Roche is back up. Tornado coming through as well as the Meteor down on a Spartan. Glimmer Cape, Deafening Blast, and he'll burn away. Wrath of Nature also thrown. And these heroes over to the side. Sunstrike's not going to land. The leap up out of the high ground from Desire. But Skylark, he is going to go for the duel. With the double damage and the dispose, he's got the victory over BZM. They look over at DM. 3-man Bushwhack, 3-man Gleipnir, but is it going to be enough to keep alive the Broodmother? dragging her back legs, but not going to be able to get away with their life. So Nande getting the kill onto DM while Roche is up in 5.
Oh, if they catch a glimpse, let's see Wish. If he decides to go for it, scouting out the rune, will go inside the pit. Perfect timing. And it's also, oh, he's like, oh, I can't believe it. They actually spawned. Guys, get here, Radiant, using a scan so they know something is up. 20 seconds until Invoker spawns and 30 seconds until Broodmother. They need heroes. Like, they need Leshrac to get in here and deal damage. I don't think they can actually do it.
Well, it is taking a while. They've got 8 seconds till BZM is up. They'll pop the Bloodstone. They're still trying to put the damage out, and when the Treants walk in, they walk out. So are they going to try and maybe even wait for OG to take it, or try to take it, and then jump in?
They should try to go and backstab them. There is one smoke available on Mirana, no Moonlight Shadow. And they can also scout things out with the arrow. So OG, they're going to also smoke up. This is, you know, the most important approach in the game, pretty much. Skylark is in a good spot. Break that smoke.
In, and they're going to find him, but the tool on the back. Oh, Skylark! Winner, winner, chicken dinner, then looking for Chu. He's trying to survive. He's got the Clover Cape coming up from Spartan, as well as the ulti, but the sharpshooter lands out of the Crystal Maiden. They get the kill to Spartan. They'll end up trading Chu. BZM out of the fight for 45 seconds. Yuragi trying to get to the Sprout. The arrow lands, and down goes Yuragi.
They need BZM to survive. Otherwise, they just don't have enough damage. And this time around, Skylark, he's on the money. He's now sitting at 90 damage.
Not afraid.
Yeah.
That is a very
As soon as he picked up BKB, like, you could feel him playing so much more aggressive. And this is also Shard coming out from Roche. OG, after being 5k gold lead ahead, they are losing that advantage. I think you just give it to Leshrac or Dragonite. Leshrac or Dragonite. Let's see.
Fireball. You could have the stuns that pile up from Nande.
He wanted to give it to Dragonite, but Wish was like, nah, keep it for yourself.
Yeah. If I need one, I'll just wish for one.
I could sense something was coming. I infected you.
It's not curable. That's the problem. You do this, you put in this I need to pun, and, you know, it's not fun anymore. Because I have to do it. Desire disconnects. Monaspa up 3,000 net worth, and I mean, it was certainly a chance for OG to kind of finish the game. If they get Roche and they get the Aegis, and they can end up pushing the high ground, their push potential is definitely up there. 70-30 in favor of Monaspa as well.
Dragonite does have Manta Style available. Level 18, so the slow coming out from the Dragon form from the Illusions. Mirana also gonna scale. This is Mirana with Aghanim Scepter holding on to Philosopher's Stone.
Ooh, still holding on to the Philly.
Yeah, I mean, you hold it until the end of the game, pretty much. Maybe you swap it in, get some good tier 4 item.
Never pass it to anybody else, like, say, Spartan?
No, never. Spartan doesn't need gold. He's, you know, that position 6. He found his one item. Yeah,
he wants gold. Just doesn't need gold.
He plays better with less gold.
Yeah. There's more of a desire for gold on the Mirana. Nande?
That was unexpected.
Bottom lane. He's going for the Shiva's an overwhelming blink. Wants to jump in and slow them up. Continue on with the Pulse Nova and try to output as much damage as he can with this combo. Tyga's just sitting down here bottom, but nothing really doing at the moment.
Also looking at the items from OG members, they want to get those Lincoln Spheres up as soon as possible. Everybody's building it. 2 cores, BZM, like, he understands that needs to be able to protect themselves. There are 2 abilities that he does not want to get initiated on with. This is Duel and, of course, Dragon Tail. This is 3-second duration stun.
They have other things that can break the Duel, though, or break the Lincolns. So they need to be a little bit careful. Lincolns isn't going to be the end-all, be-all, for sure.
And I like that Skylark is also building for himself, but also building for the team. Just getting that, like, Heaven's Halberd, understands where most of the damage is going to come from. Nature's Prophet. And also to have something to pierce through Lincoln Sphere off his own if he's going for that solo kill.
Desire, here with Spartan. They got the Frostbite on DM, but he'll become the Cliff. And then throw some webs down. Look how big the dragon is. Illusion Dragon. And now the real one.
And he's also holding on to Quickening Charm, so Manta style. 27
Sunstrike
second
Skylark.
cooldown.
Ogre Seal Totem gets away from the rebound, gets away from the team, able to blink away towards his reinforcements. Wish. Oh,
Oh no, the dragons, they're coming.
uh-oh. These Manta Dragons.
It's not about the damage, it's more about vision and also slow that it provides. I just clicked on Yuragi, 159 move speed if he's getting hit by dragon.
See that? Overwhelming odds, top lane. Just so much CS there for Skylark.
He also did take overwhelming odds radius talent. Didn't go for the hero damage because press the attack just feels much better.
Gotta hit all those spiders, if you can. He's at 315 CS on the Legion, by the way. Ahead of the Nature's Prophet.
Still lowest net worth core.
That's pretty big, that courier kill. That means no Lincolns for at least 3 minutes.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
That ain't nothing.
Oh, that's gonna be a big one. I want to see Monaspa use this Aegis. They're still holding it for a minute and 30 seconds. Take out this last tier 2 tower.
Blink. Oh,
Dire's bottom
BZM
tower is under
blinks
attack.
away. Close.
One hero I did not want to play in my 30s is Legion Commanders. There's way too many buttons to click, especially if there's a Lincoln here. Then you like need to shift click, blink, blade mail, press the attack, proc
do
the
it
Lincolns with the Heaven's Halberd. It's just way too, and duel of course. So that's like 6 buttons you need to pre-click to be able to get the duel off.
Radiant's top
You'd
tower
still be able to
is
pull it
under
off. I
attack.
believe in you.
Yeah, if we're slowing things down. No, this is I'm not even kidding. This is a very difficult hero to play once you get the items and once people do have defensive items.
Yeah, but you know, you got all those buttons. You could do it. Even in your 30s, they don't call you a pro for nothing. You're the LC pro. Gleipnir, Hunter's Boomerang thrown over onto the Leshrac. They'll get the Aegis out of the hands of Nande. And the stun is space creating a little bit. Tornado, that's going to land on the 3. They're going to jump in with BZN. The pushback's not going to land thanks to the BKB
They
coming
caught
out from Nande. Blink, Dragon Tail, Wish, and the duel on the Chew. They'll get themselves 2. Taiga doesn't have a lot of health to work with. They don't have buyback on either of those heroes. And Wish is just on the front lines. Nande gets a kill on a Taiga. They'll take the Hoodwink. They'll look over at DM. He's stunned up, in trouble with Spartan throwing down.
Arrows
They've got the buyback coming
was
from
so
Taiga.
close.
They'll get the kill on the DM. Yuragi, Taiga, the only 2 that stand right now with buybacks finally being available again for Chew as well as DM.
This just might be it. They don't have enough. No 45 seconds on Invoker. Buybacks are available on Broodmother and on Marcy, but it seems like it's not going to be enough. These Dragonite illusions are destroying them. Press the attack every single time, which is in trouble. And he, like, these Manta style, ooh, these are some really costly buybacks. They do manage to get out.
Elder Dragon form, like you said, he has Quickening Charm, so that's not going to be on cooldown for that long.
Yeah, you almost
30
have
seconds.
like 7-second downtime on Manta style, and also on Elder Dragon form, it's 90-second cooldown. It's just like almost permanent. Once he gets the Octarine core, which he's building into, he's committing. I love that build.
Yeah, I'm a big fan of that, where you just always have Elder Dragon form.
OG needs to win next fight. This time around, BZM will have his Lincoln available. He also needs to farm another like 600 gold. Rest of the team is also pushing out top, so he needs to find that farm somewhere. Right now, gonna be in triangle, but also needs to be careful.
Just taking these ancient creeps, but coming through bottom is Monaspa, and Nande's a little bit far from the team. We'll get there in a moment. Scotty finished off for Yuragi. And there's the Octarine for Wish.
Spartan just forced himself in. I think they caught this.
Wards, despite Yuragi, they saw him, but he's still going to be able to get the Gleipnir off as well as the damage onto Spartan to finish off the Crystal Maiden. They missed the Sharpshooter.
I don't think these wards see anything inside the base, what he placed.
It saw Yuragi for a second, for sure, because he TP'd right on top of them. But other than that,
Value.
I feel like it was literally just to see that one moment in time, and he still died. So, okay. I guess that works out.
No Spartan means rest of Monaspa will not go for the push.
Well, he may be one Spartan. They've got 299 left to take this game. 300 movie reference for you.
I know. I want. Yeah.
You want to see me choke under the pressure of you just not reacting?
I just wanted to see what you're gonna say after. Scotty down on Nature's Prophet. That means like healing reduction, which is gonna come in very handy against Bloodstone and against Dragonite. Arcane Rune. Nande will pick that one up. It seems. Rest of OG not close enough to potentially contest it. Never mind.
Give it to Wish. So Octarine as well as the Quickening Charms. Spartan up here. Tornado lands on a Skylark. Rebound away, but Wish is coming over. Blink, Dragon Tail. BZM's going to go north, and he doesn't really know where he wants to go himself. Blink, Ghost Walk. They've got the gem on Desire.
Can BZM TP out?
He's not there.
Ooh, that Shiva's Guard did not clip him. I'm looking at cooldowns on Dragonite. This is so fun to watch. 47 seconds on his Elder Dragon form. That is with Arcane Rune and also Manta Style. 14 seconds cooldown.
So he can reactivate Elder Dragon form.
Yes.
To get it on the low cooldown again. Tornado, Gleipnir, and Sharpshooter. So they've got the break. He'd probably... Oh, well... He didn't activate it again before the Arcane Rune was gone. I was going to say activate it again to continue to have that low cooldown just for the next one.
We'll have it anyway. It's almost permanent. Even without that Arcane Rune, you have like 7 seconds downtime. And also, tier 4 items are going to drop. So maybe he's going to be blessed with even more CDR. There we go. Spell Prism.
As you're saying it, it's like, oh yeah, here you go, dude. Just take the Spell Prism and Timeless Relic. The two you really want to get just dropped 1-2 for them.
This is also Timeless Relic with Overwhelming Blink. So you slow them down for 6 seconds, extra 20%, that's 7.28. It's just like so much. The slow, if he manages to get like double Overwhelming Blink and of course other abilities as well, it's so difficult to deal with these Dragonite illusions at the moment. He's gonna keep sending them in on the towers, slow siege.
Moonlight Shadow, and they came out with a smoke. Gleipnir. He's not going to be in the Elder Dragon form, but they've got the Blink as well as the duel. Nande's going to go in. They've got the Sun to follow it up. It's going to be stunning up DM with the Starstorm hitting him. They'll take out DM. Down goes Yuragi. Chu falls as well. They'll buy back on the Nature's Prophet, but they've lost Taiga too. So 4 heroes gone on the side of OG in the blink of an eye.
And they will call it. They know.
They call GG. Monaspa's going to take game 1. Wow. What a... I mean, they were it up by a lot, but it looked like OG were a fight away from winning the game.
Yeah, definitely looked like it.